We have a shocking New York Yankees update as the Yankees have been revealed by a report to be favorites for an MLB superstar, and this is absolutely huge and fits in with the Yankees' first base plans as of right now, and the plans for Aaron Judge to finally get his ring as the New York Yankees look to be one of the premier teams going after Vladimir Gurrero Jr., and we're going to break all of it down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into things as usual, and if you guys are enjoying the content and are part of that 72% that are not subscribed, make sure to subscribe to Yankees Digest. This is the place to be for all Yankees content. But let's jump into it as always, guys. The New York Yankees, well, they are one of the favorites to land Vladimir Gurrero Jr. as recently revealed. As Jon Heyman mentioned, the very early favorites to land Vlad Jr. this winter when he hits free agency are the Boston Red Sox first, then the New York Mets, assuming Pete Alonso opts out of his contract, and then the New York Yankees. Now, before we go any further, it is important to note, yes, Vladimir Gurrero Jr. did once say that he has absolutely zero intentions of playing for the Yankees, but ended up walking that statement back, and now it seems like he'd be open to it. So it is an interesting thing to go over because the Yankees could use Vladdy, absolutely. Every team could. He's phenomenal. And they're going to be in another war with the New York Mets and Boston Red Sox for Guerrero's services if the Yankees do decide to pursue Vladdy for a contract that's going to be somewhere around 12 years, 400 some odd $million for Vladdy. Now, as we all know, things went south for Vladdy and the Toronto Blue Jays, as revealed by Jeff Passan, who said Vladimir Gurrero Jr. says he does not plan to negotiate a potential contract extension in season after failing to agree to an extension, paving the way for him to reach free agency for the first time come November. And on top of that, Guerrero said he would re-sign in free agency with the Blue Jays and wants to be on the Blue Jays for his life. But he also said now they'll have to beat 29 other teams. Based off the Blue Jays' recent success with that, Vladimir Gurrero Jr. is probably leaving the Blue Jays. Because the Blue Jays, I mean, they just get to watch as they come in third for everyone, whether it's Roki Sasaki, Shohei Ohtani, anyone else who's ever hit free agency. The Blue Jays struggle to land guys, and, well, it's kind of funny. Shout out Nick Goss of Jays Digest. He's my boss, so the fact that I called it funny now might get me in trouble. No, I'm kidding. But in all seriousness, the New York Yankees, they should go for him. They should at least explore it. Look, Vladdy's going to play first base. He can be a third baseman, but he's at first base territory in his career, and that does become interesting because how much are you willing to pay a first baseman? The Yankees obviously need a long-term or somewhat long-term answer at first base because they did sign Paul Goldschmidt, and the plan was to sign Goldschmidt to a one-year deal, overtaking the Christian Walker deal because they didn't want a guy who was aging on a multi-year contract in Christian Walker, and instead decided to get a bridge guy at first base in Goldie, who is still a very solid first baseman. I mean, he's still one of the best fielding first basemen in the MLB, and his hitting hasn't completely fallen off a cliff the way that some people like to act like it has, which does make things a little bit interesting for the Yankees. I mean, Vladdy was asked if the Blue Jays were close, and he said no, and now is going to be a free agent. So we know Vladdy will be an option for the New York Yankees. There's another guy coming out of Japan who's going to go to the Dodgers, and, well, before he goes to the Dodgers, the Yankees will be interested in him. Maybe he won't go to the Dodgers. I just imagine that in Japan, they only know that there's one MLB team over there, but I've never been to Japan, so I don't know. Maybe they actually do know there's 29 other teams in baseball, but last time I checked, they only know that the Blue Jays exist, and they know that the Padres might be a minor league team or something like that. But whatever. It is what it is. But Minetaka Murakami will also be coming over, and the Yankees are known to have a lot of interest in him. Brian Cashman even spoke out on the Yankees' lack of success in acquiring Japanese free agents in recent years, and we will do a full video on that very soon, probably today, in fact, the same day this Vladdy video is coming out, so you guys will get a Night Yankees video as well from me. As I said before, Kirk and Ugo will be back, but right now you're stuck with this, so sorry. But look, here's the deal. Vladdy is a very interesting player because he's very, very good. He beat some fraud allegations earlier on in his career, and now he's hit a point where he's going to get paid big money in free agency. He's got Goldie has 1 year left on his deal, so the Yankees are going to pursue Vladdy quickly. I don't know why I said 1 year left on his deal like he didn't sign a 1 year contract, but Goldie, who signed that 1 year contract, as I said earlier, it's a bridge deal so the Yankees can go for a bigger name first baseman later on, or not even a bigger name per se. Goldie's a big name. They want a very talented first baseman because the Yankees are still trying to build around Aaron Judge while he's here, and Goldie's a good guy to have for a year. Judge spoke very highly of Goldie, but it still becomes this weird situation where it's like, yeah, it's exciting and all that, but still, at the end of the day, everyone's just wondering how the Yankees can give Aaron Judge a World Series ring, and the fact that they lost Juan Soto definitely wasn't helping anything, despite the other moves they made in free agency, and the fact that they were good moves overall. But Paul Goldschmidt probably, or definitely isn't the long-term answer. Hopefully can be a solid answer for this season, as he is still a great fielder, as mentioned, and the hitting hasn't completely fallen off a cliff, just has begun to roll down a hill, we'll say. And, I mean, 716 OPS, 414 slugging percentage, 302 on-base percentage. The OPS plus is a little below average now, along with the OPS. I mean, the batting average, 245, is fine, 22 home runs. The Yankees need Goldie to step back in and be somewhat of his old self because, well, the thing is, the Cardinals were not very good this year. They went 83-79, and look, it's not some terrible season, don't get me wrong, but it's not a great season, and essentially where the Yankees are at right now, like, you need these guys to perform because Aaron Judge is in the prime of his career, and that's not going to last forever. Judge is not young, so the Yankees are on borrowed time right now, and Goldie, you have to hope that what happened was he was sort of taking it a little bit easy with his final season with the Cardinals, just in hopes that the following season, once he hit free agency, he'd be able to go to a contending team and really kind of give it all he's got and try to do whatever it takes, whatever he can, just to get something good out of him so he could help a team win a World Series. Now, again, these are not bad numbers. We're not going to act like they're terrible numbers, but they are a bit worrisome because if it keeps going in a downward spiral, the Yankees could be in trouble. However, I do believe that being on a good team will inspire Goldie to give it all he's got and potentially burn himself out trying to win the Yankees a World Series this year. So we'll see how that goes. But on top of that, Vladdy does provide a long-term answer at first base. I mean, the man's phenomenal. 323 batting average and 16 at-bats he had, or 16 at-bats, 616 at-bats. The man was phenomenal. I mean, 30 home runs, 6.2 WAR, one of the best in the league, one of the best OPSs in the MLB at a 940, had an OPS plus of 166, slugging percentage of 544. Vladimir Gurrero Jr. is a very, very phenomenal player. He's a 4-time All-Star, a Gold Glover, a 2-time Silver Slugger. I mean, the man is just incredible. He really is. He's really found his way, and he's got one more season with the Blue Jays, and with all that impending money staring him in the face, get ready for him to have one hell of a year because he's playing with a point to prove. And the Yankees will certainly show interest in Vladdy and Minetaka Murakami, and that's great, and I like the fact that they're going to do both of that. I'd prefer them show more interest in Murakami, if I'm being honest, but mainly that's because he bats from the left side. On top of that, I think it's very unlikely that the Yankees land Vladdy because it just feels like he's going to end up on the Mets. But the Yankees obviously have a chance. They'd have to outbid the Mets and the Red Sox, which they are capable of doing as long as Steve Cohen just doesn't keep digging deeper for Soto. And here's a little spoiler. He's gonna. So the Yankees likely won't be landing Vladdy Jr., but they very much can. And, I mean, I'd rather them go for Murakami. And on top of that, if I'm being honest, I'd just rather them go for Kyle Tucker next year in free agency anyway. Move Aaron Judge to first base. Just do that. You play this season out. You sign Kyle Tucker. You move Aaron Judge to first base. Your outfield is Cody Bellinger, Jason Dominguez, and Kyle Tucker. You have Judge at first, which the Yankees have wanted to do for some time now. Or more, not like they want to move him right now, but they want to get going on getting him ready to become a first baseman as he gets older. On top of that, you then have Jazz at second, Volpe at shortstop, and I don't know, me at third base at this point. Like, what's going on there? Who knows? Vladdy can play that position. Maybe the Yankees would be interested in doing it, but that we'll have to see. But guys, let me know what you think down below. What are the Yankees' chances of getting Vladdy? Let me know. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Yankees.